all right. How's everybody doing out there in YouTube land? I'm doing fine. This is Case for Tarot here. We're gonna finish up some of the readings I was supposed to do the other day, but I'm gonna take care of it right now. So, spirit guides, please come into this space. Help me give clarity on zodiac signs for the collective that I am going to read for. Alright, so we are going to start off with Aries. And this is going to be for the week of August 16th, which I know was yesterday, up until August 22nd. The reason why I'm doing August 16th is because I didn't finish that week's readings. So we're going to get started. We're going to start out again, like I said, with the zodiac sign of Aries. Cross watchers, you are welcome in this space. So let's get started. I'm going to pull some oracle cards for you. And we're not going to make this long. It's going to be short and sweet. Okay, I'm going to do a 10-card spread. And just keep it simple. I have already pre-shuffled, cleansed the cards. I'm just doing this for purposes of showing my audience, because some people say I don't shuffle before I read, but I shuffle these cards all the time. Trust and believe. All the time I shuffle these cards. Just turn it down a little bit. So let's see what we got here. I'm going to take 2 of each. Sorry, that was 3. Alright. That'll be for our first and second row. We're going to use this deck today. Let's see what we got. Again, like I said, I've already shuffled and cleanse the cards. We're not going to take those. First card you have is the Queen of Swords. Then you have the Fool. Okay. I see you, Aries, showing up for yourself as the Fool. 2 cards just flew out. I have the King of Wands. And I have Justice. Alright. Hope everybody had a good weekend. I know I did. It was peaceful, relaxing. Let's see what we got over here. I have so many card decks. I just randomly pull decks because I never know how my reading is gonna go, so I just pulled decks. I'm gonna pick 2 from here. And we're gonna go down to our second row. Pentacles. I've been seeing a lot of 8 of Pentacles lately. Then we have the Lovers. Been seeing the Lovers a lot too. We have Strength, which is Leo energy. King of Wands, that's Sagittarius energy. Queen of Swords, I believe that's an air sign. Fire sign, I'm sorry. Alright, King of Cups is the last cup. What you don't see coming. I'm going to move these over here. What you don't see coming, Aries, is the Queen of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. And on the bottom of the deck is the Five of Pentacles. Alright, so now what I'll do is we're going to go back and clarify the cards. Don't you worry. I just need some more. Let's get some of these. What's the tea? What's the tea? I like these. These are quirky and funny. Why so slippery? Making a mess. No mess on my table. Alright, what do we have here? What's the tea? Plus, I figured if I lay them that way, it's easier for me to pick them up. We're going to get one more strand of cards here, and I think I'm going to go with these. These are my newest deck. I just got these yesterday. But I think they're nice affirmations, you know, or mantras, as some people say. But it's affirmations to me. And there we have it. We have all our oracle cards out. We have our tarot cards out, and we are going to begin. So let me take a look and see what's going on, Aries. Let's see what's going on with you. I feel like at one point in your past energy, I feel like at one point you felt like people were not being truthful with you or to you about certain things. I feel like you felt people have been breadcrumbing you. You know, trying to like handle you, I don't want to say on a leash, but like kind of handle you on a long, like with a long handled spoon. And these people that you trusted made you realize that you needed to focus on self. You needed to focus on yourself. I'm gonna say, Aries, I know that you have been thinking about reinventing yourself. You know, trying to do things differently from the way you normally do them. You know, looking for different results. But like I said, we're gonna go back and clarify these cards. But yeah, and I also see like there's new opportunities that are going to be arising for you, Aries. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcana cards here. So usually arcana cards are prominent. They're in the forefront, and 9 times out of 10, they will take precedence and happen. So we're gonna clarify the top row. We're gonna start with the Queen of Swords. I'm just gonna shuffle these a little bit. I figured I'd be a little colorful today. right? Alright, so I have shuffled the cards. I just saw the Nine of Cups, but we're going to start up here with your oracles. And the first card you have says, the healing must be completed before your life can transform. Yeah, that just piggybacks off of me just saying that I feel like Aries, you've been feeling not in your happy place right now. You know, the seasons are getting ready to change here in a couple of months. You know, fall will be showing up soon. And I feel like mentally you've been thinking, what am I going to do with myself? What am I going to do moving forward? What am I going to do with the new incoming year, 2027? I see that you've been really working hard at, you know, accomplishing a lot of the goals that you put your mind to. You've been very adamant and strong in reference to that. The other card you said you have is, it will all make sense to you soon. That message is for you, Aries. And I guess based on what I just said, you'll be getting answers on that new endeavor that you will be embarking on, Aries. So let's go ahead and pull a card. Let's clarify the Queen of Swords. Why is the Queen of Swords here? We got the Ace, the Queen of Wands. So we have two queens here. We have, you know, the Queen of Swords, she sees things as they are. She speaks the truth. She doesn't waste her time on doing things. She does things unapologetically. You know, it was a time where, you know, Aries, your mind may have been a little clouded on direction, or, you know, just normal basic things, you know, where sometimes we have to sit to ourselves, sometimes we have to go in a cave, sometimes we have to go through the dark night of the soul, you know, for us to rise up like the phoenix and, you know, be reborn into this all-knowing, communicative person. With the Queen of Wands, these are two feminine forces, feminine, divine feminines that are forced to be reckoned with. Especially, I see you have the Queen of Pentacles as well. So we have three queens here and one king. The Queen of Wands, you know, she is also unapologetic. She's very charismatic. She knows what she wants. She sets her mind to getting what she wants. So knowing that tarot has no gender, I'm saying to you, Aries, because I'm putting this right next to your card, to you, Aries, and looking at the Queen of Swords and looking at the Queen of Wands, looking at you, Aries, it's like everybody's focus is on you. I feel like you will be making some decisions in the near future. You know, just hold on. That Queen of Wands is also Sagittarius energy, so Aries, you may be close to a Sag. And let's see what else we got here. All right, we have the Eight of Cups. Yeah, I see you walking away from things that no longer serve you, Aries. It's like when you look at the Eight of Cups, you have left, I don't want to say a fortress, but you have left situations where you've already fulfilled and accomplished the things that you have needed to, the things that you love to do. But I see you headed in another direction, like moving, walking away from these 8 cups and the stars on the bottom of the deck. Another wish fulfillment. With the 8 of Cups, looking for something new, something, something that you could take a leap of faith in, something, why can't I get the words out? Just a new you, just a brand new you. Yeah. And then other card you have is the 5 of Cups. Yeah, all of that in the past, you've tried things. Sorry about that. My phone was ringing, guys. Let me make sure that we're still recording. Yeah, we are. Okay. So what I was saying about the 5 of Cups, it looks like to me like you've tried some things that you were adamant about and you loved doing at the moment, at the time. But now it's like you're ready to move on to other things that have caught your attention, which you feel will help you in this new adventure with the Fool that you're about to embark on. Okay, why is the Fool here? Just saw the 8 of Swords on the bottom of the deck. That would be like self-imprisonment, like get out of your head. I feel like a lot of you are up in your head and wondering what am I supposed to do with this? What am I supposed to do with this 5 of Pentacles? Feeling abandoned, feeling lost in, like I've lost my way, like I don't know what to do right now, but there is a blessing in disguise there for you. So why is the Fool here? Knight of Wands, the 7 of Pentacles, and the Hierophant. On the bottom of the deck is the Fool. Okay. So when you show up as yourself, that means that the energy here is trying to get your attention. So I have the Fool, I have the Knight of Wands, I have the 7 of Pentacles, and I have the Hierophant. Spirit is telling me as you're very smart, even though this is the Hierophant and it's Taurus energy, your wisdom for you to be as, and some of you may be young, some of you may not be, but your wisdom, the journey that you've been on has showed you a lot of different aspects of life, aspects in how to do certain things. And then you question and you ask yourself, is all of what I have invested in, is it worth it? I feel like, you being an adventurous soul, that you will figure this out. Whatever you have invested in, it may not have jumped off right about now, but it will. It'll pay off for you in the long run. Let's see what other... I reap what I sow. I remember that my thoughts and actions shape my reality. What I sow, whether in thoughts or deeds, will come back to me. Yeah, that's this 7 of Pentacles, is the juice worth the squeeze, is what I have invested, is it going to pay off for me in the future? I choose to plant seeds of abundance, light, and love, knowing that I will reap the greatest rewards. So, Spirit is just answering your question. Is the juice worth the squeeze? They're saying yes. The next card you had was, I discover who I am. I discover the riches within me and acknowledge my true self. I see myself as an unlimited being and marvel at the beauty of my life. I recognize the wealth of possibilities available to me as a being of light. In discovering who I am, I recognize the divine within me. Absolutely, Aries. That was beautiful. Believing in yourself, trusting in yourself, trusting in spirit, trusting in knowing that with all the things that have transpired in your life, you do have wisdom, you do have knowledge to learn to know how to proceed on your next endeavor. Why is the King of Wands here? The Eight of Wands, some type of messages, some type of correspondence you'll be receiving. Maybe it's some news that you've been waiting for. Two of Pentacles, juggling, trying to figure out, trying to decide which way you should handle certain things. Yeah, you got some decisions, some choices to make. I would also be careful and mindful of the people that I have in my energy, because I just saw the Seven of Swords on the bottom of the deck. So, I feel like in order for you to move forward on what it is that you are trying to accomplish, Aries, I feel like you're very smart, and with wisdom and the divine helping you, you're going to be receiving some type of message, and you may go back and forth with these messages, but I feel like the decision and the choice that you make will determine if you will still be juggling or if you have it handled, taken care of. With the King of Wands, again, that's Sagittarius energy. The King of Wands is bold and assertive, and so are you, Aries. You're very bold and assertive. Next card you have is Justice. Why is Justice here? You might be receiving some type of legal paper, or you may be waiting for some type of legal paper to come in. I feel like whatever those messages are, that could have something to do with the Justice card. But for Justice, we have the Ten of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Ten of Wands. Yeah, that journey that you was on, that you've been carrying all these burdens and all this weight, is about to be over. Like, you're about to be blessed from the divine. And I believe that this endeavor that you will be embarking on will leave a legacy for your family. Yeah, you've been hurt a few times before, but justice always prevails. All right, let's go down to the next row. The next row, you have the Eight of Pentacles. I see you've been working hard on something. You've been diligently trying to perfect your craft. But your work is going to pay off for you, because with the Ten of Wands, you'll be bringing in your harvest. You will be, all the fruits of your labor, all the hard work that you did, you're manifesting your freedom. You're manifesting the life that you want to live, the life you want to leave for your family. Yeah, see, you can't go wrong. 10 of Cups, about family. The legacy is about family too. So you've been working really, really hard on trying to make sure that your family is good, Aries. We got after that the Hermit, Virgo energy. I feel like all this time that you've been thinking and up in your head and trying to decide what's your next move, what is it that you need to do, I feel that you have taken that time and, you know, done some introspective work on yourself, figuring out how you want to proceed in life. You've had time enough to think to yourself, what am I doing? Where am I going? And with the help of the divine, you're going to get there. Let's pull one more card for the Eight of Pentacles. It's upside down. Look at this. You can't make this up. Eight of Pentacles again. You have the Eight of Pentacles twice. So whatever it is that you've been working on, trust and believe it's going to be very successful. You may be partnering up with someone. Okay, why is the Lovers here? Why is the Lovers here? Chariot, yeah. Whatever this is, it's going to be moving pretty fast for you. Might be some ups and downs, a little bit of conflict sometime, but with this movement, but you're strong enough to handle it. Yeah. There's definitely a change headed in your direction, Aries. So be prepared. I don't know what this partnership could be. Might be some of you out there that are looking for new relationships. A new relationship could be on its way. But there's definitely a change. I have the Tower, which is another major arcana, which is prominent. There's definitely some changes coming. Alright. Why is Strength here? This is Leo. What is it that you need to have to be strong about, Aries? Alright. We got 10 of... Yeah. Whatever hurt that was that you dealt with, or the old you is dying, and it's a new you is being born. It's like you've been thinking of different ways to, you know, distance yourself from, you know, people who, I want to say, people who don't think like you. You want to be around like-mindseted people. And I feel like people have lied to you in the past. And this is what has made you conjure up the strength that you have. This is what has made you become stronger in this present day and age, that you won't let people take advantage of you. I see that you're ready to move on, and distance yourself from those type of people who don't mean you any well. Who don't mean you any good. That's what I meant to say. Can I get one more card for the Strength card? Yeah. 7 of Swords again. Again, Aries, be mindful of the people that you surround yourself with. Make sure when you're communicating with people, you keep some things to yourself. Don't share all your business with everybody. But also in this move that you're getting ready to make collective, use strategy and be mindful of how you're moving. All right. Spirit told me pull one more card for this strength card with the 7 of Swords. Yeah, you got the King of Wands. Yeah, you know what you're doing, Aries. King of Cups. You have been thinking about things and looking at things at a different perspective on how you could do it, on how you can do things. But the King of Cups is unbothered. You may have some rocky situations, you know, that you're confronted with in the future, but it's nothing that you can't handle, Aries. Regardless if, you know, like when I look at the King of Cups, he's focused on what he's doing, but he's not swayed by the turbulence underneath his throne. And that's how you are, Aries. You just, when things happen, you just dust yourself off, pick yourself up, and keep it moving. So why is the King of Cups here? Why is the King of Cups here? It's the Star. You have something that you're hoping and wishing for. You know, and you're trying to figure out how to create balance with all of what you're dealing with. But there's definitely some type of opportunity that will be presented to you when I look at the Knight of Cups and I look at the Ace of Swords. We're going to move up to what you don't see coming. Queen of Pentacles. Why is the Queen of Pentacles here, Spirit? Queen of Cups. Yeah, Spirit is just telling you to be focused on your money and be focused on whatever business opportunity you have going on right now. Yeah, nine. So I got the 9 of Wands, who's the wounded warrior, looking at the 10 of Wands. All of that, what you went through, all of the hard work, the pain, the sadness, you know, the wanting to give up. Again, Spirit is extending you an opportunity, a big opportunity in reference to your money, and your harvest is here, your blessing is here. All right, and get one more card for the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, I thought you were gonna pop up. The 9 of Pentacles. Aries, you move on your own. You know, you move solo. And you like nice things. And I'm seeing you just creating this plethora of wealth, comfort, and stability for yourself and for your family. The next card we have is the Ace of Swords. Why is the Ace of Swords here? 2 of Swords. 9 of Cups. And the Worlds. And the Fool. Okay, I gotta take it. So yeah, you are gonna be offered something really big, Aries. I don't know what it is. You guys, please leave me a comment below and let me know what that blessing is for you. Also, as we're here, would be a perfect time to say, please follow me, share my video, you know, because what doesn't resonate with you could resonate with someone else. Maybe somebody needs to hear this reading. But also, the most important thing that helps me out is to hit that subscription notification, so that when I come online, that will be that little bell that you hit. you'll know when I'm here to get your messages. But what I have here is, again, I have the Fool. You've shown up for yourself again. Whatever it is that wish fulfillment that you have been looking for, Aries, it is knocking at your door. And it's just the closing and the end of an old cycle of you suffering and not suffering, but struggling. That's what I meant to say, struggling, not suffering. On the bottom of the deck, I have the Ace of Wands again. So clearly, with all these aces and queens and you Aries showing up twice as yourself, clearly there's a blessing here for you. Alright, so I have 2 more cards that I would like to read for you. One says caught a case. Somebody may be going to the doctors right now or need to go to the doctors right now. I don't want to say this online, but the card says caught a case. It says sexual infection, sexual disease, or rash. So I don't know who that's for, but you might want to go get yourself checked out, Aries. And the other one is giving money. So again, I feel like you're going to be offered something substantial with a large amount of money that's going to help take care of you and your family and leave a legacy that you want to leave. The other cards I just got this deck. This is the Know Your Worth. So the first card says, your value doesn't decrease based on someone's inability to see your worth. And that is by Emma Watson. Yeah, Aries, that's what I'm saying. Like in the beginning of this reading, it was saying how now you're starting to see things clearly and for face value as they are. But at the same time, you got to know your worth. You don't let people just offer you whatever the hell it is they want to offer you. If you are good at your craft and you work hard at your craft, then you should know your worth and you ask for what you want. On the flip side of that, it says breathe and remember who the fuck I am. I like that. That sounds just like you, Aries. And the other card says, no one can make you feel inferior without your consent. And that was a quote from Eleanor Roosevelt. On the flip side, it says, if I wasn't resilient and strong, I wouldn't be here. Absolutely, Aries. Absolutely. I agree with that. All right, I'm going to pull you some tea leaves. And I always like to finish up with my tea leaves. And let's see what else Spirit has for you, Aries. It's been a pretty good reading. I like, your willingness to go for what you want. All right. Let's see what else we got here for you. See what else we got here for you. Ooh. All right. I can't take all of those. But I won't. I saw in November. Something might be jumping off for you in November, Aries. I don't know what that might be, but something might be jumping off for you. Alright, let's see what we got here. Alright, dogs. Getting together with friends. Yeah, Aries, maybe you haven't seen some of your friends in a while. Maybe you need to... Like a card, purple card keeps coming out. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull it. December. First I said September. December. I don't know. Something is going to be taking place in December. So let me just say this. In between September and December. Because September came out first. Next card you have it says bear, danger, especially in money matters. Watch your finances, Aries. Don't give too much money away to unnecessary things. But I feel like maybe somebody is going to be offering you some money. Alright, that just flew out. Next card you have is fan, romance, celebration, party. There may be some fans out there that you have, Aries. You know, but romance, some love interest may be coming in for you. I see you celebrating though. I do see that. Once all of this is done, I do see you celebrating. And the next card we have that flew out was Tower. Solid foundation, success with effort. Alright, so you can have a tower moment that can tear everything down, but you can also have a tower moment that upright leaves you right. Alright, Aries, so this is going to be it for me. Thank you for being here. Thank you for spending time here with me. Again, it helps me out if you click that like, share, and subscribe button. Also hit the notification bell to let you know when I do log on for your readings. So Aries, thank you very much. This is going to be a goodbye for me, and I see you next time.